Recording in progress.
Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Hopefully good. Right, we need a resistance band or a towel for this evening. So if you don't have a resistance band, it is no worries. Just grab a towel or a tea towel and just roll it up into a little sausage, basically. We're going to be doing some quite nice extension-y bits, mostly because I have been doing a bit of rage gardening today, and gardening is quite a lot of flexion, so it's nice to just get into that opposite position. I'm just waiting for Lindsay to join. Oh, there we go, I think she's here. Right, I'll get up. So, to start with, if you've got a long band, just fold it in half so that it's about shoulder width. So if you are using that towel, like I say, just roll it up and then hold it about shoulder width apart. Now, throughout the whole of this, if you want to add more upper body, all you have to do is be pulling out on your towel or your band. Somebody else is joining us. That is a no worries if not situation though. Hang on, let me zoom in just so that you all are very aware. You don't have to pull out on the band or towel to involve the upper body. It is optional. Thank you. Right. So holding it shoulder width apart, we're going to take it down towards the floor. So again, just going as far as feels comfortable for you and bend in a way that feels comfortable for you. So you might want more knee, that's fine, or you might want more hip and lower back. So make sure that you're bending in a way. God, we're all coming in late, aren't we? Whew. Here we go. Right, last person in, hopefully. So bend in a way that suits you, taking it down to the ground, slowly coming back up. Nice relaxed stance in between, so make sure weight is back between both feet and that you're standing nice and upright before you go for that next one. And let's have a little play at the bottom. Let's have a little wiggle around. So once you get to that point that feels comfortable, just see what it's like to take the band to the outside of the foot and then the other foot back to the middle and bring it up. We'll do one more of those. So taking it down, taking it to the outside of the foot, opposite side, and then back to the top. And now we're going to start to put in an overhead extension. So we're going to go from flexion to extension. So when those arms go up and back, I really want you to push that belly button forward, as almost as if you're trying to knock something over with it, okay? So reaching down and then taking that band overhead, push that belly button forward, and then repeat. One more. Lovely stuff. Okay, relax for a second. Next up, you are going to put your right hand at the top of that band, like that, and then your left hand is just going to grab the bottom. So you've got fingers pointing in opposite directions, okay? Standing feet shoulder width apart. We're going to take that straight overhead, almost like we were wielding some kind of weapon, like, I don't know, maybe an axe to chop some wood, like that. So taking it straight overhead, trying to get it almost like it's directly above the head, just like you would use an axe, I imagine. I've not actually used an axe, so I don't know. breathing all the while. Don't hold it in. One more. And then we're going to swap those hands over. So now left hand is coming on the top, right hand is coming at the bottom. Same again, so straight over the head. It's up to you. If you want to lean back, so take the chin towards the ceiling, you can. Or if you'd rather try and get that chest to lift despite the head being in the way, try both, see which one you prefer. Two more. Lovely stuff. So that should have hopefully set us up for the added variables that we're going to pop in. Now with all Give Me Core classes, this is like chill vibes. So you can take things slow, you can have lots of pauses, you don't have to wait for me to say take a break. You can speed things up, like everything will just give you a different kind of experience when you do the movement. So just pick the thing that feels best for you. So with that reach down to overhead, we're now going to start taking a step forward. She's just going to change what the pelvis is up to. We're going to alternate those legs. Weight goes into the front foot. And you can spend as long as you like here, pushing that belly button out and trying to let those arms go overhead. Lovely stuff. On this next one, whichever leg is out in front, you're going to give yourself a little twist in that direction. So again, you can take it really slow, so you could be here and just go, ooh, yeah, do it slow. That sounded weird, sorry. Or you could just be like, pow, and do it quick. Whatever feels best. You're just giving yourself a little rotation. You're just taking those nipple lasers are going, oh I did it the wrong way. Nipple lasers are going over the leg that is at the front. I've explained this before. You don't have to do things as fast as I'm doing them. I am a chronic rusher. I rush everything. I don't think I've ever taken my time over anything. Ever. Lovely. Rest it there, give the arms a break, have a sip of something. I haven't brought a beverage in with me today. That's very sad, isn't it? I'll have to make sure I make up for it when I go in the house. We're going back to one hand on top of the other now. So we're going to start with right hand at the top, left hand at the bottom. We're going to take a crossover step. So that is where one leg just goes diagonally across the other, and we're going to add in that hand movement. So if right hand is on top, right leg is crossing over. So that's just going to sandwich that bit of the back and where the sort of shoulder blades are more on the right side. So we're crossing over and bringing that straight above the head. And we're going to alternate legs. Oh no, we're not. We're not going to alternate legs. We're going to stick on the same side. And again, you can spend as long here as you like, just stretching things out. Make sure that breath is really nice and flowy. Lovely. One more. Swap those hands over, left on top, right below. Left leg is crossing over, arms are going above the head. Lovely, and again, take it as fast or as slow as you fancy. Lean into any feelings of tightness that you can feel, provided it feels comfortable and safe to do so. One more. Getting lots of clickiness from my angry shoulder. Again, have a little rest. So we're going back to reach and step overhead. What we're going to do this time, again, optional, don't have to add this bit in, you can carry on doing what we were doing before. Once we have done our reach and stepped forward, and we're getting some nice extension in the back, you're going to try and lift the back leg. And then come back in. And while you're in that position, we're trying to force the shoulders backwards, and we're also trying to lift that leg. You know, I'm sure there is some, you know, like yoga-y people that can actually, like, you know, put their foot on their head, can't they? I'm not one of them, but it's similar to that. So we're getting lots of extension in the back, which the back actually really likes to do. Like I said, I've been gardening, so I've been like pulling weeds like a hag. So it's nice to let the back have that change of position and do something different. So that's what you can add in if you want to on this next round. So we're alternating legs again, reaching down to the floor, stepping forward, arms overhead, get the weight in the front foot, and then just lift that back leg ever so slightly and go into your next rep. And again, it can be a long hold, or you might just want to go boop, like that. Whatever works. Lovely. We're going to do, after this one, I've just done that leg. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I spoke. I'm going to do two more, one on each side. I mean, imagine if I had more than two legs and I had more than more things to remember. I can't even remember which leg I just stepped forward with. Imagine if I was an octopus and had 8 of the buggers. Christ. Lovely stuff. Have a little break. We are going to go back to our crossover step. Now, what we're going to do here is, let me demonstrate. You're going to cross that leg over, arms are going to go back. Now, at the moment, because we've stepped into that, weight is in the front foot. So while we're here, we're going to do a little bit of rocking, like we're having an existential crisis, which, you know, is pretty accurate, to be fair. So we're going to go weight back into the back leg, lift the leg, shift the weight again, and we're going to do sort of 2 or 3 leg lifts before we come back to the middle. So it looks like this. Get into that position, rock, rock, and rock. Trying to lean as far back as your body will allow, or as your confidence will allow, like so. So we'll start with the right leg first. So that means right hand is on top, left hand is underneath. Oh, here we go. We're going to do about 4 or 5 of those all together. Don't expect me to count to 5. I can't even count to 2. So maybe better count your own reps. So little rocks. Trying to get those arms as far back as you can. Relax in between. see if you can really lengthen that front portion of your torso. Get those abs working. Leant too far back. Right, so one or two more. See, I told you I couldn't count. 2 or 3 more of these little rocks. And then we're changing sides. Wonderful stuff. I'm going to go with one more. It's almost like you've got a bit of string attached to your toe, isn't it? And you just, like them weird pin dolls that you used to make in school, where you like put the split pin in, pulled the string, and it's arms and legs go up. It's a bit like, that's what it's reminding me of. So swapping the hands over, left hand on top, right hand on the bottom. Same again, taking it straight above the head and then rock. Bring the arms as far back as you can. Fully relax in the middle. Lovely stuff. I'm going to go with one more. And then we've got one more thing to finish. I feel like I've created a group of people who are like obsessed with doing balance work, and then it just makes me go, oh, what kind of cool balance stuff can we do next? Which is we have done this movement before a while ago. I don't know if it was exactly the same, but similar. So as always, you don't have to add in this extra bit. You can stick with what we already did. So a little recap. We are reaching down towards the floor, stepping forward, back leg lifts, and now I want to see if you can do that rotation with that leg off the ground. Even if you just had that toe up so that most of your weight is in the front foot, that would still be a nice compromise if you didn't want to do the whole thing. So that's what we're going to do. So whichever leg is out behind, you're rotating the opposite way. So over that standing leg. So here we go, last thing to finish. Reaching down. Arms overhead, get that weight in the front foot. Lift the leg, rotate. Got itchy eye. Here we go. Other leg. Take as long as you need in between. Let's have one more of each. I think that'll do. That'll do for this eve. Awesome. I feel like you should all do a really dramatic, like, mic drop with whatever you were using to signify the end of the workout. Boom, mic drop. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.